Alright, what is cooking, TND family? Alright, so today, we're going to talk about Quinn Ewers. If you don't know, you should know him. And one prospect of the 2022 class shocked the world yesterday by pulling the trigger to Texas. So today, we're going to break down his film, look at what 24/7 is comparing him to, look at what the 24/7 player comparison, which is Phillip Rivers, what Phillip Rivers looked like in high school. I'm gonna tell you off the bat right now, I don't like the Phillip Rivers comparison. I don't like it. Over here, we got Quinn Ewers. Obviously, #1 prospect. Said it once, said it again. Many thought he was an OU lean. Grew up a die-hard Texas fan. Kind of like a Sam Ellinger story, except very close to the Sam Ellinger story. Committed his sophomore year. Going to live out his dream. Different ranking than Sam Ellinger, but brings the same energy and brings a lot more potential to the quarterback room. Obviously, he's got a perfect 24/7 composite ranking. One of only 6 players of all time to have that perfect ranking. Another one that had that ranking, his name was Vince Young. For those of you that don't know, you should know, Vince Young won a natty at the University of Texas and single-handedly took down the USC dynasty.
4th and 5. I kind of feel like Joe. I'm too old for this. 4th and 5, the national championship on the line right here. He's going for the corner. He's got it. Vince Young scores. As we said, Keith, you can have the perfect defense call. You can force him out of the pocket, but you're not going to beat him. Invincible.
Alright, let's scroll down here. Offers from literally everywhere you'd want to go in the country. Let's be on the point. So Gabe Brooks, Midland's recruiting analyst. Never heard of him. Alright, his projection, he's the 1st round pick. His comparison is to Phillip Rivers. So I believe Phillip Rivers is around 6'3", same height as Quinn Ewers. But I don't like that comparison. I don't like that comparison. I think 24/7 reads into his pro rating a little bit more than they should. I think he's honestly more of a dual threat quarterback than people would like to say. But let's go ahead and hop into his film. All right, let's look at this film, see what he's got cooking up. I mean, we already know about it. All right, here we go. We got a deep pass to his receiver, beautiful, only to where the receiver could catch it. Look at this. As I said, scramble ability, underrated. Pro-rated quarterback, but he's really a dual threat quarterback. He's really good in the pocket. As you can see, probably a holding right there. But look at this throw. You can't throw it any better than that. Quinn Ewers steps back. Down deep. Oh! Yeah, it's just unfair. He puts the ball in the pocket where only the receiver could catch it. Look at this. This is a sophomore in high school, folks. A sophomore in high school. Once again, against the Duncanville Tigers. I think that's what they're called. Out deep. Puts the ball to where only the wide receiver could catch it. I mean, his potential is just... Look at this. Look at this. That was a 2-step... No. Play that back. Look at this. This is a 2-step drop back. Off his back foot. Off his back foot? What? You don't see that from high school prospects a lot. Alright, I just be honest. There's a reason why he's #1. He's got a perfect composite score. Once again, putting the ball in the spot. Great catch by the wide receiver. Yet another throw where only the wide receiver could get it. Beautiful throw. It's just unfair. It's not. His deep ball is a thing of absolute beauty. Of course, there's always game he can be worked on. Wow, English. There's always parts of his game he can work on. But just look. Here you go. Shows off the running ability once again. Not scared to get hit. Makes the play to get the touchdown. A beautiful. Do y'all not see this pass? This should remind you of roll it. Sam Ellinger versus LSU throw. Roll it to Jake Smith. Right after this clip. Roll this throw for me. Look at that. If that doesn't remind you of Sam Ehlinger, Jake Smith against LSU, I don't know what should. Once again, showing off his run ability in the play action game, which this is only going. Oh, look at this, beautiful. And folks, let me remind you, this is a sophomore in high school, a guy that is only going to get faster. Oh, a little Philly special, yes sir. Not scared of contact. Just look at that. You can't ask for anything better from a quarterback. He full-heartedly deserves his ranking. All right, that's without a debate. So then let's go look at Phillip Rivers NC State highlights. All right. So here we go. We got Phillip Rivers at NC State. NC State used to run a lot of play-action game. So this is what you're gonna see a lot of out of him. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Once again, this reminds you of the off the back foot pass, except a lot shorter than where Quinn Ewers threw the ball. Almost the same play, honestly, kind of crazy. Wow, this quality. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Phillip Rivers steps back. Just an absolute cannon in high school. Yeah, cannon in high school. Cannon in college, cannon in the NFL. Although, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't like the Phillip Rivers comparison. I don't. And I'll tell you why, right? Phillip Rivers was a complete G in high school, but you're comparing Phillip Rivers' speed to Quinn Ewers' speed, and they're just not on the same level. All right, and that's just the truth. All right, and I know, call me crazy, call me what you want, but you go watch Quinn Ewers' high school highlights, and then you go watch Patrick Mahomes' high school highlights. They look a lot more better. A lot more better? Really, man? They look a lot more comparable than Phillip Rivers' NC State highlights. We'll run them back a little bit more here for y'all. Don't get me wrong, I am not discrediting Phillip Rivers here. Phillip Rivers was an absolute G. Oh my gosh, shout out Phillip Rivers. I'm just not a fan of the comparison. I get it. I'm not a fan of comparing players to anybody, honestly, at a first-hand basis at all. Quinn Ewers is Quinn Ewers, so shout out Quinn Ewers. But I see the comparison, but I don't see it at the same time. If that makes sense to y'all. Alright, so back to Quinn Ewers. Let's watch some more highlights while we talk about him real quick. Let's watch some more highlights. Max Preps and alright, let's watch this highlight mix right here. Hopefully you don't copyright me, dude. Shout out, quick shout out to Max Preps and Devin Missinger for these highlights right here. Alright, let's go ahead and skip into them. So I want y'all to keep in mind, in his first year as a starter, Quinn Ewers threw for 4,000 yards, 45 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. He had a 45-3 touchdown ratio. Let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in. 45-3 touchdown ratio. Not to mention, racked up 600 rushing yards as well as 9 rushing touchdowns. It's just as if this guy is a machine. I mean, there's a reason people are writing about him and saying he's the best high school prospect since Kyler Murray. And don't get me wrong, as I say high school prospect, I'm talking about what they did in high school, and is why I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence instead of Kyler Murray, because Kyler Murray was the most dominant high school quarterback of all time, and I don't think that's up for a debate. All right, and I mean, Quinn Ewers could put some challenge to that debate, depending on what he does this year and his senior year. But Quinn Ewers is just so fluid, flicks the ball off his wrist like, it's just like watching a sting of beauty. He just puts it in the right place. No one has a chance of catching that ball besides his receiver. No one. Look at him. Step back. It's like poetry in motion. It is poetry. It is like poetic watching Quinn Ewers throw the football. Poetic. I don't have words to describe how excited I am for the future of Texas football with Quinn Ewers at quarterback. And I truly mean that when I say that. And the reason why I'll say that is Quinn Ewers not only is a very, 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 very talented high school prospect. His 1.0 rating speaks for itself. But the amount of impact Quinn Ewers has in the 2022 class for the University of Texas will be insane. You go look at it. The number 1 safety took watch. A 5-star cornerback, Denver Harris, took watch. 5-star wide receiver, Evan Stewart, took watch. Number 1 tight end in the nation, Donovan Green, took watch. I mean, number 5 athlete in the world, Deshaun McCullough, I think that's how you say his name, took watch. Number 1 wide receiver, number 9 player in the nation, Caleb Burton, took watch. I mean, it feels as if this was a shot to not only Texas football fans, but to recruits around America. I mean, Bobby Taylor went on Twitter saying, the best in Texas stay in Texas, I see. This was a recruitment that looked like it was supposed to go to the end. It looked like Ohio State, Bama, OU. Everybody was going to come into the mix in this recruitment. And look at Quinn Ewers. Shuts it down, not even before his junior year. I mean, that just shows what he wants to do at Texas and the legacy he wants to leave. And all shout-outs to him. Because I'm excited. I mean, if you're a Texas fan, you should be excited. Because what Quinn Ewers is about to bring to Texas is something special. Alright. That's really all I got for y'all right now. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm days late. It's my first YouTube video. Cut me some slack. I got no words. I don't have an ending phrase. I don't have a beginning phrase. I mean, the phrase in itself is Quinn Ewers. The mullet bullet. Alright, and I know somebody caught me slipping and said, you said you would get a mullet if Quinn Ewers committed before his junior year. Yes, I did say that. And I'm just going to hope Quinn Ewers maybe got a little haircut so I don't have to do that, okay? And we'll see. We'll see. Maybe TNDX mullet, we don't know. But the mullet bullet is residing in the 512. And many people were quick to say, this commitment won't stay. This commitment won't be forever. And I'm here to tell you right now, with zero doubt in my brain, do I think Quinn Ewers would decommit from Texas. I don't think he'll even give another school a look. I mean, this is where he's always wanted to go, and he's known it. And it's hard when you get your dream school offer, and then you get offers from Ohio State, Alabama, OU, like recent QB powerhouse. It's hard to not look at him, right? But once you make that decision that your legacy wants to be left at Texas, it's hard to say that's not where he wants to go. And I can't understate what this is going to do for the 22 class for Texas. LSU poised to have a big 2022 class. And I think Texas will be right up there with them. Ohio State, one of the best 2021 classes of all time. Recruiting classes in 2021 of all time. It's going to be one to watch. I mean, Texas, with landing the number 1 prospect in the nation this early, the impact this is going to have could be career-changing for Tom Herman. Could be career-changing for Mike Yurkich. For anybody on the Texas staff. Because this is what you want to see. A player that says Texas is his dream school and fulfills his dream to help other people make the dream better for him. That's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to try to make it better. I'm sorry I didn't get this little thing off the screen while I was talking. Should have done that. Didn't do it. Alright, now I did it. But, as always, y'all stay blessed. Horns always go up. And, Quinn Ewers is a Texas commit, boys. Let that sink in. Texas just landed the best prospect since Vince Young. If that isn't a sign of things to come, I don't know what is. Welcome.